I get it, we live in a spending culture. You probably saw an ad right before you clicked on this video. So listen, this isn't a video where I'm gonna shame you and tell you to deprive yourself of your daily coffee. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to buy your freedom. Imagine for a moment that you get a chance to wake up each morning feeling excited for the day ahead, not rushing off to a job you dread, but instead saying, I can choose to do what I want this day. That's the essence of freedom. It's choosing your own path. For me, growing wealth isn't about buying nice purses or cars. It's about buying my time. When I launched my first business, my goal was financial freedom. I wanted to earn enough to have more choices. Do you want financial freedom too? Let me know in the comments. So how do we buy freedom instead of stuff? With a strategy. As a business owner who's helped hundreds of families grow generational wealth, I'm going to share with you my step-by-step framework to buy freedom and create generational wealth. Step 1, change your mindset from short-term to long-term spending. This means you need to evaluate your spending going forward. Think long-term instead of short-term. Is this stuff or is this something that moves me closer to joy? Long-term joy, not just momentary. Is this driven by my own desires and values or by some marketing speak? Now this is hard to do in the moment, so you need to plan in advance. I like to use a meal planning analogy for this. When I got serious about my health goals and started training for fitness competitions, I hired a coach who asked that I prep my meals in advance. And at first I was resistant, but I trusted him. And something great happened. I realized that preparing in advance healthy foods and having them readily available, I was more likely to make good choices. I timed my eating, and therefore I was never starving. It was so much easier to get stronger and leaner with a plan, instead of just shoving my face with cereal at the end of the night because I was starving. The same thing applies for your spending. It's so hard to resist the ads. They are literally designed to get you to click. But if you have a plan in advance, you're clear on your long-term goals, it is much easier. So step 2 is have a clear vision of your long-term goals. When I first started my business, a mentor of mine had me do a financial vision exercise that changed my life, and I'm going to share it with you here. She had me take out 3 pieces of paper. On the first paper, I wrote down my current spending each month, how much I spent on housing, essentials, non-essentials, everything. On the second piece of paper, she had me write down what my desired mid-range budget would be. If I could wave a magic wand and make a little bit more, how much did I want to spend in each category? How much did I want my retirement account to be? How much did I want my investment accounts to be? On the third piece of paper, she had me write down my dream budget. This would be waving my magic wand and earning what my heart desired. What did I want? How much would my housing be? My vacation, my kids' education, my charitable donations, etc. Now, before I did this exercise, I said I wanted to earn some arbitrary amount, like $300,000. After this exercise, I got crystal clear on my end game. And you know what surprised me? All the things I truly wanted in life are a lot less expensive than I initially thought. This clarity gave me a vision to work towards. With this clear vision in mind, it allowed me to play good offense, meaning making more money, and play good defense, saving money and not spending it on stuff I didn't need. Now, step 3 is creating an earning, spending, investing, and debt paydown plan. So now that you have a clear vision, it's time to put that vision in action by developing a solid plan. You need to outline how you're going to earn, spend, invest, and pay down debt in a way that aligns with the life you envision. Here's how you can break it down. With the earning plan, consider how you can increase your income to match your vision. This might mean asking for a raise, finding a side hustle, or launching a business. For example, one of my clients was a teacher who wanted to pay down her student debt faster. She loved baking, so she started selling cakes on the weekends, which brought her an additional $500 per month. That small boost in income made a significant difference in paying off her debt sooner and funding her long-term goals. Next, a spending plan. Create a budget that aligns with your mid-range or dream vision, depending on where you are right now. Track your monthly spending and compare it to your vision from the second step. cut back on stuff that doesn't bring you long-term joy. For instance, one client realized that she was spending over $200 a month on subscriptions that she barely used. Redirecting that money to her investment account helped her grow her wealth faster. Next, your investing plan. If you want to build generational wealth, investing is key. Start by creating a diversified portfolio that matches your goals and risk tolerance. A friend of mine started with $500 a month in a low-cost index fund. Over time, her income has grown. Today, those small, consistent investments are growing into a future nest egg that will buy her freedom down the line. Next, your debt paydown plan. Debt can be one of the biggest obstacles to financial freedom. Prioritizing paying down high-interest debt, like credit cards, while making consistent payments on other obligations. For example, one of my clients had $20,000 in credit card debt, and she felt overwhelmed. We created a plan where she focused on paying off one card at a time using the snowball method. By tackling her smallest debt first and rolling those payments into the next, she saw quick wins, which motivated her to continue. By creating this 4-part plan and putting it into action, you'll gradually shift from spending on stuff to strategically using your money to buy your freedom. Remember, the goal is to create a system that allows you to live the life you envision without being chained to unnecessary expenses or debt.